is no other way. You gotta take care of your brother, okay?
I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You hear me? You can. Baby, you are strong. You're smart. You are everything I could have ever hoped for. You're my daughter. You can do this.
That is a scene from the new thriller Breaking In, starring Gabrielle Union. And joining me now is film critic Lonita Cook. Gabrielle Union also produced the movie and she wrote the screenplay.
Oh, very talented. Gabrielle Union, been around for a long time.
How did you feel in the movie? Did it hit the mark? Were you on the edge of your seat?
All right, so I went in with kind of low expectations. I expected this to be kind of a paint-by-numbers thriller.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I think that if you have high expectations, you might not have a good time.
Okay.
But
how come?
Because I think the twist for them is kind of finding or kind of playing to that feminist voice.
Yes.
It's kind of the same type of thriller. You know, the family's at home, there's a break-in, and you gotta save your family, right?
Yeah.
The twist is that it's the mom, it's the woman that's holding it down.
There is no guy in the picture other than the bad guys.
Right.
That break in.
Right, and you've got these savages, and she run them out.
And she turns savage in a good way.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So I think go in not too critical, not expecting much, and it'll be a wonderful time.
Just
for
a
you.
good thriller you let wash over you and enjoy it. For producing it and starring in it.
I think that it's kind of hard to do all those things, and I didn't expect that she would do a good job, but she did. I'm on the fence in terms of my fandom of Gabrielle.
Of her as an actor.
And I really liked it. She did a good job. Her kids do a good job. You know, I'm kind of critical of kids and their performances sometimes. Everybody was great. I think you go in feeling like it's a straight to DVD kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it could have been that, but.
But you enjoyed it.
I found it good.
Okay.
Some people did not, though.
Some critics haven't liked it so much.
Some critics have not liked it.
The next movie, Life of the Party, also female-driven cast.
Yes.
A comedy completely different, starring Melissa McCarthy, who also produced the movie. I think Melissa wrote the screenplay. I don't think Gabrielle, now that I think about it, wrote the screenplay for Breaking In, but she did produce it. Melissa wrote the screenplay for the comedy and produced it. This woman whose husband suddenly dumps her, and she decides to go back to college, but she doesn't realize she's going back to the same college as her kids?
No.
No.
Okay, so this is not just a tale of a woman who gave up her career for a family. She gave up her education.
Yeah.
And so she goes back to college to kind of regain who she is and a little bit who she could have been.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of room here for it to be really smart and really affecting. Unfortunately, it's not organic enough. It's a little bit too manipulated, and I think so that they can bring that comedy in, it's gonna feel a bit generic. Unfortunately.
Really?
I'm a Melissa McCarthy fan.
Yeah.
I love her. I've seen everything. I love her. And I know that as a team with her husband, we are rooting for them to really create that great comedy. This one's not it. It's not there yet. You know, they have kind of the obligatory ode to the 80s scene.
Yeah.
You know,
She's like,
yeah, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I laughed a whole lot, but it really is just kind of funny scene after funny scene. You know, where it could have been a little more grounded in true emotion and true experience. It's just an opportunity to be funny.
There's a third movie we want to talk about because it stars one of our favorite local celebs, Jason Sudeikis.
That's right.
Kodachrome. This is on Netflix. It looks really sweet, about a guy driving from New York to Kansas with his terminally ill father.
So they've been estranged. He was not a great dad.
Yeah.
And so I went in thinking, okay, this is going to be your stereotypical road movie. But I found that it was very smart and very insightful about our relationships with our parents and how we imagine them to be versus how they imagine themselves to be. There was a lot of, there was one part where he said, I came along to see if you would measure up to this monster that I made you out to be.
He says that to his father.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I think the movie is about. Are our parents really who we think they are? Or are they people independent of their own child's? I think the movie was really great about that. And then it's an end of an era. You know, the Kodachrome film. He's a photographer. The father is a photographer, very famous, very beloved in terms of his craft. And digital has taken over.
Yeah.
Like it's over.
That's happening now.
Yes. I mean, it's done.
It'll be really good and sweet to see Jason Sudeikis take on a role
He
like this.
was amazing. You know, he's got his drama chops as well as those comedy chops.
Film critic Lonita Cook, thank you.
Thank you.